part 3, because there are very many tools. So we have part 1, part 2, part 3. You can check the different tools onto our YouTube channel, which is Northbridge Technologies, and learn more of those other tools. In here we shall go to Microsoft Office. So in here, come to Publisher, Microsoft Office Publisher. In here we can check onto websites, because it's our definite. So here you can choose from the available template, then you choose the one that may make sense to you. For instance, this one. So when you have chosen this, so you may want your page to have different other buttons. Then you can say OK. So they will align here after loading. We are waiting to see it loading, to load those buttons. Then we can change the buttons about us. You can even change them to any other local language. It does not mean that it's only English. You can change to local language. For instance, you can say nyumba. You can say nyama. Tarehe. The different pages representing different items. You can say tarakimu. So your page, your website can as well be written or typed in your local language. You can use your local language to, as long as the customers will understand what you are trying to express. So it is not a definite item that it has to be in English. So we have seen that. Let's look at some of other tools. For instance, we are having what we call we can add, for instance, uh, let's get a blank space, because a website comes with nothing on it. It comes with nothing on it. So you can as well just edit what you see. So in here we have what we call copy and paste. You just right click and say copy, then you can right click then and say paste. So these items can as well be aligned. So that is another tool of copy and paste. That is a definite tool that is very important when it comes to web development. So those are some of other tools that one can. You can just say copy, right click, then say paste. So these tools can not be undermined. They are also very important. So let's continue. We looked previously. We can also get what we call word insert word art is another tool that is very unique and very important. For instance, you can say crystal. So you can continue to have something of this nature. So we can have such items. So here you can also continue to reduce the height of what you're trying to do. So you see we have got that item as very important. Still, we can choose this and also apply it as another tool. So you have node, format shape. You can increase the size and you can change the color. You can also choose the type of a color, then the style. Then you can say okay. So you see, also that is another tool that can help us to do that. You may as well right click and say copy and paste. So you have made two lines. So in here we may continue to have, let's look at the arrow, what it can do. So it's also another figure that is very important. Right click, you can say format to increase the way it looks, or you can even say that size, let's say dotted lines, and then we say we can put it in color blue, and say okay. So you see how that feature also is very important. Then we have also this as another tool. Hmm. Right click and say format shape. You can format shape and increase the size of the, or hmm, you see, the more we are trying, that is another item that is very important to have that as another feature. So we can still continue to have this. So all these are very important when it comes to designing. You will need them. Is another item. You can also put what we call, you can go to design gallery and pick some items. Here we are looking at the pick. So those are some other items you can pick. So we look at all these as other tools that can be used while trying to design a website. So when you're looking into items that you really need to learn how to develop a website, you will not learn it unless you know these tools. So these tools are very important. So it's all about you to know how to to play around with them. But good, object selector, in the case there is an object that you want to cut off. So this is very important. So still, even we have features like you may love to change. You can also change this feature. We had not looked at it. You select and change the business name or the title. You can as well say North Bridge Take. So you see that we have looked at those features. Changing the text is just by selecting and you start writing. So these are the items that one should learn to use if you are going to design websites. Now we have another feature that is not very viable. You could jump onto other things and you fail to look at it. The item that helps you to go about other pages. Right here we have changed it to Nyumba, but here you can go to page 2. Pages are already created. So this is what we call Nyumba. You can just come here and change to Nyumba in case it's what you want. So there are things that comes with our page, so we can change to page 3. So that's how we shall keep developing our site slowly by slowly. So here the product list, which is for, it's Tarakimu, where we shall put our numbers. Nyumba, here we have Nyama. This was supposed to be Nyumba. So that's how we shall be. So those are the tools. You have known very well how to use these products down, these items down. So that's the use of these tools. So these tools will be very important when it comes to developing a full website. So these are the few items we have passed through. You can continue to check more of these other items on our channel, which is Northbridge Technologies. Briefly, that is it. Thank you.